All right, I'm back with another review. I'm on a different camera today. My phone done crapped out. Anyway, this is my review for Baddies East season finale. This episode was complete filler and totally unnecessary. We could have aired the reunion and got it started, but whatever. All right, so we are right back where we left. We are at the Chachuca River. Sapphire and Mariah are fighting. Sapphire sneaks Mariah. Mariah pulls her into the river with her, pulls her wig off. So she's sitting there arguing, talking shit with Sapphire and Suki. I can't stand Sapphire. So they go to her confessional and she's like, I had no intention of hitting Mariah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because you knew you had to do that. You knew you had to do something to make up for your friend. But again, you have all this vitriol and venom for Mariah Lynn, the smallest girl there. But where was this energy with E.T. and Rolly? Like, where was that energy? So they're continuing to argue on the stairs. Suki is off the raft at this point. She's on the stairs. The security is holding her. The security's holding Mariah. Sapphire's still in the water. And Mariah Lynn ends up, boom, bopping Suki. As she should have. She was talking all that shit. Suki was definitely drunk. Just some of the stuff that she was saying, she was doing too much. So Mariah's like, fuck this, I'm out. She starts walking up the stairs, walking away. Suki and Sapphire are following Mariah, taunting her, being extra. Like Suki, this I knew that Suki was drunk. She's like yelling at her in like this fake Jamaican accent and just doing too much, doing way too much. So Mariah Lynn gets to her own Sprinter van and her face, so she was cut right here and like right here, blood streaming down her face. Which sucked for her, but I don't think she lost the fight at all. I think she stood her ground and was like, I'm not going to be punked. And she wasn't. She wasn't punked. I mean, again, if you know Mariah Lynn's history, she may be little, but she ain't a punk. So she's on the Sprinter bus talking to the cameras. These two fools are out front taunting her, trying to get her to come off the damn Sprinter and fight them. Again, Sapphire, where was this energy with E.T. and Rolly? You have all of this energy from Mariah Lynn. Really? So Sapphire says, she's like, Mariah Lynn, come out here. Do your big one. You can fight. Come on, you can fight. Like, just all respect for her is gone. So eventually that scene goes away because it just becomes monotonous of them trying to yell at her to get her off the bus or the Sprinter. And she clearly wasn't getting off. She was so over the whole situation. So the next scene, Mariah Lynn is talking to Camila, Anna Mac, and I think Tasiki and Biggie. I'm not sure. But she's basically telling them what happened. And she states her claim. She's like, I wasn't the only one talking about her. Everybody in the house was. But for some reason, it's an issue when it's me. So long story short, Camila's like, you need to come to House B. She's like, yeah, I'm coming to House B where people like me, blah, blah, blah. So the next scene, House A, House A stands for House of Assholes. So they're all on their Sprinter bus, reiterating everything that's happened. And then they start talking about the season as a whole. And Natalie's like, all right, so what advice would you give any new baddies coming onto the show? E.T. fixes her mouth and says, you know, don't be clout chasing and don't be trying to get a lot of camera time. Isn't that what you did this whole season? Clout chase and try to get camera time and be a follower? Everything that she has suggested is what she did all season. Please don't bring her back, Zeus. Don't bring her back on my TV screen, my tablet screen, my phone screen. I don't want to see her no more. Done with her. It was disappointing to see Suki in the House A van with everybody. I like Suki, but I was not feeling her this episode at all. Because again, why do you have so much energy for Mariah Lynn? You should have had that type of energy towards Rolly and E.T. Really towards E.T. because E.T. is the one that poured that water on you and your wig. You didn't do anything. We know your girl didn't do anything. Anyway, so after that, they get ready. They go to Bob Marley's house. Cool house. I'm assuming that wasn't the original furniture because they were like jumping on beds and stuff, which I thought was crazy because I'm like, if this is a house tour, why are you being allowed to touch shit and jump on beds and do all that? That was kind of crazy, but whatever. So they all go outside on like the patio. There's a big table set up, and they're all talking about the highs and lows of the trip and what, you know, going around the table and talking about their experiences on the trip. And they get to Suki and she's saying some ridiculous shit. Mariah Lynn's in the corner like giving face, just, and I was right there with her like, this, she's full of shit. Love you, Suki, but she was full of shit in this scene. So then Suki's like, I even care about old girl at the end of the table who won't let me talk. So they start getting, her and Mariah Lynn start going back and forth again. And then Sapphire jumps in. And it's just like, it's just very, this whole episode was, let's pick on Mariah Lynn. Let's talk about Mariah Lynn and pick on her. Okay. So Mariah's like, so they're like, well, let's have a shot together before we go to this strip club. Mariah Lynn is like, fuck that. I'm not doing a shot with him. So she leaves. She's walking up the stairs like, I'm out. And it was kind of funny. They cut back to Natalie, and Natalie's like, Mariah Lynn, we're in Jamaica. Where are you going? Like, there's nowhere for you to go. She was right. So eventually Camila and I can't remember who else talk her into coming back to the table. They come back to the table. They do a shot together, and they go to the strip club. That was pretty much the episode. They're at the strip club and they're, you know, intercutting with them turning up and them talking about the time that they had on the show Baddies. And the episode was a filler. It really was unnecessary. I mean, honestly, it was 2 major scenes of arguing and then the rest was like filler footage. All in all, I would say Baddies East was definitely the best out of all of the Baddies franchises. It was the most entertaining. It obviously had the most females, the most people on the show, a lot of division, but the most entertaining. And it really showed you who's real and authentic and genuine and who isn't. And for me, the breakout star of the season was Biggie. Love Biggie, fell in love with Biggie. And even though Smiley left early, she was kind of a breakout star this season as well. E.T., I think you really shot yourself in the foot on this one because you were a fan favorite and now you're one of the most hated on the show. So I think with E.T., she didn't come on the show and be her authentic self. I think she tried to follow the people that she thought were popular and had the most clout, i.e. Rolly. And I think that messed her up in the end. You aligned yourself with people that you shouldn't have aligned yourself with. You should have came on and been yourself. But I get it. People try to do what they need to do to get on, you know, season 2. Personally, I don't think E.T. will be back. I hope she's not back. If I had it my way, I wouldn't bring her back. I definitely wouldn't bring Rolly's bullying ass back. And I wouldn't bring Scotty back because she brings nothing to the show. You're just Natalie's punching bag. But all in all, I am very hyped for that reunion. They released the full, more in-depth trailer for the reunion. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see Nene Leakes. It looks like everybody's fighting. And we already know part 1 of the reunion, the first 30, 40 minutes of the damn reunion is going to be them in their trailers talking to each other. I can't wait to see Biggie pop the shit out of Smiley because she definitely deserves it. All in all, it was a good season. It was a long-ass season. That season started on September of 2023, and it's finally ending in February 2024. Crazy. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for Reunion Part 1.